Hello everyone, a very pleasant day. I hope your day has been going great. I remain your humble host, Becky Usoro. It's that time of the show, Citizens Dialogue on First Next News Portal, where we discuss trending and interesting political topics. Joining me on set to have this conversation is King Sojalo. Sit back, relax, and enjoy all we have for you on this beautiful segment. It's a pleasure having you on set.
Thank you so much, Becky.
Okay, so let's head straight to the story for today. Yeah. A coalition of lawyers under the aegis of Lawyers for New Nigerian, LNN, Arewa Lawyers Union, ALU, and Good Governance Initiative Coalition, GGIC, has called on police authorities to lift the siege on the national headquarters of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, and reopen the complex. Barrister Hassan Saraki, national coordinator of the coalition, said he had given the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Betokun, 24 hours to withdraw officers from the Secretariat to face legal action. Okay. The lawyers warned that the continued seizure of the PDP headquarters were a threat to constitutional governance, democratic stability, and multi-party politics in Nigeria, citing Section 40 of the 1999 Constitution as amended and Sections 221 to 229. The coalition described the scenario as unprecedented, unconstitutional, and an assault on Nigerian democracy. So, do you agree with what they are saying?
Yeah, well,
the coalition of lawyers under the LN.
Yes, I totally agree with the coalitions of lawyers, the the lawyers of New Nigerians, and also the Arewa lawyer unions. I think they really scale it through and see that indeed that this is against the rule, whereby a country like Nigeria tends to, allegedly form a one-party system, which is against the constitution of Nigeria. If you look at the PDP, like we've always known that the PDP is one outstanding party that has really taken charge that has really ruled over Nigeria political system over the years. So I think in this era, we could recall the menace and the situation that happened in the Secretariat headquarters in Abuja of the PDP, where there were great violence rolling here and there, governors and high-stake personnel, having conflict, which was I call it like I see it as a taboo. And looking on, the Secretariat building was sealed by security personnel, or that from the inspector of police, Kayode, you understand, and also there were also alleged talks that it was also ordered by the FCT minister, which was uncalled for, and we all know that the FCT minister is part of this forum, is part of the PDP. Now, I think the PDP would have, because that was an internal conflict that would have be resolved within the PDP body rather than taking it this far. So it's a good one from the lawyers forums, and I urge them that this is the time where such closure should come to an end, whereby the PDP will regain its stand once more. So I really agree with the lawyer that they should really reopen the PDP Secretariat once more.
But we're talking about the peace of the citizens in Abuja. I think that's one of the reasons why Ebetokun, the IGP police, had to shut down the place for the moment, just for peace.
Just like I said, reopening it. Yes, I think measures should be taken. Disciplinary measures should be taken that should be enforced in the political party, that will not really cause riot and chaos affecting the citizens in Abuja. Okay,
thank you so much. Yeah. If you share 100,000 policemen guiding VIPs to vulnerable areas, that will make difference. Presidency. Onanuga explained that the decision was one of the key resolutions reached during the president's high-level security meeting with service chiefs in Abuja. According to him, the withdrawal is a part of efforts to reposition the Nigerian police force for more effective nationwide policing. They said the order would ensure that more police personnel are redeployed to crime-prone areas where they present where their presence is urgently needed. Looking at some VIPs where you have like
yes,
lots of police guide following
exactly.
them. So if those people they can actually deport them to different places where the crime scene is really much in our nation,
and insecurity will come to an end. Just like the news came around yesterday, where the federal government is making moves on withdrawing security forces from VIPs, very important personnel in the country. I see it as a good one. And also, in the aspect of PDP, if you look at the assignment given to the security agencies, I think that is not a necessity for now, just as it has been said. So, well, that is also, I think this is also a move to tackle the insecurity in the country. So I think it's a good one from the federal government.
Okay, like for them to deploy police from VIPs.
Yes, of course, because the rate at which these security personnel go about these VIPs, if you look at the rates, the numbers, I'm talking about the numbers in multitude, it's enough to tackle this insurgency happening in the country.
Okay.
You understand? Just like I said, it's a good one from the president. It's a good one, and I know if this will be implemented, definitely we will definitely see a change. Definitely. So just as orders has been given to those VIP, those who are indeed interested in security, who are interested in security personnel, guiding them or one or two events or whatever they are into, they've also been given orders by the NCDC, for one or two things in order to have people who will safeguard them in whatever mission they
That's
tend
NSCDC.
to do. Yeah, NSCDC, yes, thank you. So I think they should go on with that and make way for these police forces, army, thereabouts, to do their respective duty in this society.
Okay, thank you so much. It's still the show Citizens Dialogue on First News Port Harcourt. Let's go for a short break. I am Becky Osoro. Please stay with us. Welcome back to the show Citizens Dialogue on First News Port Harcourt. I hope you're having a great time with us. I am Becky Osoro. Still on the insecurity issues happening in our nation, Badebo Roads Vivo has said that the governor should license firearms for Nigerians. He said he made the statement while speaking via an interview. He said the government has failed in its responsibility to protect the people. According to him, the government should take this step if it cannot ensure the safety of the lives and property of citizens across Nigeria. And he said it's not just about the north. We have seen abduction in Kwara and Ogun State over the weekend. Destruction of institutions and the loss of public trust make people lose hope in government. All right. So what do you have to say to this story? What's he saying? He's saying that they should implement firearms.
Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, and we all have the freedom of speech, Yes. So Badipo is entitled to his own opinion, but looking at it at the other side, first of all, I think from his own emphasis is due to the insecurity, the level of insecurity in the country. But I don't think that is the option Nigerians need right now. Rather, he would have suggested implementing just like how other political stakeholders have been mentioning. We need more enforcement of the security rather than asking the federal government to enable citizens to license. In a country like Nigeria, we are still developing. As in, Nigeria is still uprising, and though we are a developed nation, but that doesn't mean, citizens have the intellectual mind of using firearms adequately and properly. Becky, you can agree with me that in our country right now, the rate of violence,
it's high.
Is so high. Even without firearms, you could go around the street, you see the level of ignorance, combat. Most especially in our garage, how people have dispute, and now imagine if such thing is being implemented. Fine, he is saying due to the insecurity, firearms should be given to everybody to be able to safeguard themselves in case of banditry, in case of terrorism coming to attack you, so that they will be scared, you understand, so that it will reduce. But that is
now,
not
even with that, is it going to stop anything? I don't
it
think
won't.
so.
Instead, it will cause a whole lot of chaos. Now, I was able to list out some of the things, so some disadvantages Nigeria will face if such will be implemented. And the worst part of it, I also discovered that most of our speakers, senators, are also bringing bringing this to the House of Assembly, which is very, very wrong.
Bringing what, sorry?
It's bringing this making this law to be implemented.
Like when was that announced?
Yes, it currently some of the senators, I might not really recall their names,
Okay,
seen
so
it
we're
on
not so
headline.
sure about
Yes,
that particular story.
Yes,
Yeah.
Bringing such thing to be brought to law, which is wrong. Now, look at disadvantages. If such will be implemented, I just pray it does not. But look at the disadvantage. Now, there will be escalation of violence. That is one. Increase of crime rate. Yes, you may say that it will help citizens to protect themselves against terrorism. But, Becky, do you know that a lot of people might have used that to have bad intentions against, people who are not really violent-minded? Yes, accident, discharge, and misuse of those weapons will occur. That is just the clear fact. You understand? Example, you see an individual, oh, you match me, before you know, can't you say sorry? Then, when that grief rises to a certain essence, what do you expect? Okay, look at, in case of the United States, for instance, we see how weapons, firearms are being legalized. It's something that everyone there, it's so they are open to, you understand. And most of the time, it's not as if it is carried out illegally. People misuse it. But if you look at the rate of killings in that part of the world, you see that even as developed as the United States is, that violence it has got into a range whereby it takes lives anyhow. Now, imagine if such is done in Nigeria. We also have things like domestic and personal violence from individuals, division of illicit marketing, whereby it will be sold anyhow. Now, if such is being implemented, definitely weapons will be sold as if we are selling biscuits and mineral in the nearby. So it will be a very, very toxic experience from everybody. And again, it will be an unbearable state for the country. So there will be a lot of massacre everywhere. So I don't really subscribe to that implementing of firearms. There will be anarchy. Name them all. So it is not
a welcome development.
It is not a welcome development. Rather, I will suggest that the federal government really take necessary measures on implementing more on security in terms of personnel, in terms of gadget, in terms of modernized weapon for our security to be able to tackle the menace happening. Okay, look at this. Look at the news that has been escalating in the internet, whereby governors in the northern forum, in the northern part of Nigeria, are shutting down schools. I don't think this is the solution to bring to an end of this bandits and insurgency happening in the country. Rather, implement securities in those schools. What are you trying to tell our citizens? What are you trying to let our young generations know that, look, because of this, you shouldn't gain knowledge anymore? That is wrong. Rather, make sure that these schools are well safeguarded by the security. We know that school hours start from 8 and closes by 2 or 3, thereabout. Then this security forces should know the time whereby they should safeguard the student from learning, because knowledge is very necessary in the lives of our teenage ones. Even if you are shutting down school and you are encouraging them to go to farm or whatever thing they might do outside school, don't you think it will even be an easy target for those bandits to take hold of the lives of those individuals and citizens in those northern areas? So shutting down schools is not the best solution. And again, in spite of this implementing of firearm, is a no-no for me.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure having you set.
Thank you, Becky.
Thanks, everyone. That's our show for today. Citizens Dialogue on First Nesting Sport. I am Becky Osoro. Many thanks for watching. Bye for now.